The Freedom Convoy, as it's being called in Canada, is a group of big rig drivers. They want vaccine choice. They want freedom of choice. They're fed up with mandates needed to cross the United States and cross into Canada or out of Canada, for that matter. National correspondent Paul Gerke live at a truck stop with the very latest. Paul?
Good morning, Adrienne. Ottawa's mayor declared a state of emergency on Sunday, saying this was the most serious emergency his city has ever faced. They're trying to call in an additional 1,800 police officers, which would more than double the size of their entire force in an effort to quell those nightly raucous protests. About 400 to 500 trucks are currently parked in Ottawa right now, shutting down businesses and jamming up intersections. Residents are complaining of the constant noise, while police investigate everything from arson to vandalism to hate crimes. A protest that began in Western Canada before expanding to Ontario has now expanded far beyond the borders of Canada, well beyond the financial districts of its capital.
It has to stop.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is calling for an end to the protests crippling his capital.
People who've been there for each other. Everyone's tired of COVID. But these protests are not the way to get through it.
In an emergency debate Monday, Trudeau asked Canadians to remember how they got through these last 2 years by looking out for each other. Outside the doors of Parliament, a cacophony of truck horns continued to blare. The protesters say they're not leaving until all vaccine mandates and restrictions are lifted. They're also calling for the removal of Trudeau's government.
No vaccine mandates!
Sympathetic protests are popping up in the U.S. Hundreds of New York City workers marched across the Brooklyn Bridge to City Hall Monday, chanting anti-mandate slogans and carrying signs. Nearly 4,000 municipal workers in NYC could lose their jobs if they aren't vaccinated by Friday.
Rip up those cards and be proud.
Up in Alaska, about 100 truckers rallied on the Glen Highway to show support for the cause. In Detroit, they caused traffic snags around the Ambassador Bridge, shutting down our busiest Canadian border crossing. As for the group in Ottawa, there is no clear leader. They're pretty loosely organized, and even more so as it expands into the United States. To this point, Justin Trudeau has refused to meet with them, calling the group fringe, adding, quote, "A few people shouting and waving swastikas does not define who Canadians are." Adrienne?
Let's be clear, Paul. There was one, maybe two instances of those flags that Trudeau is mentioning. You know, there are reports of those incidents you've been talking about. But besides the blaring horns, there have been overall so many reports of a peaceful protest, a lot of supporters.
That's actually not the case, Adrienne. Trudeau said yesterday that it started as peaceful, but it is not that right now. There are more than 60 active investigations going on in Ottawa, most of them for hate crimes, many of them for vandalism. There are reports of an attempted arson of an apartment building from some of these protesters. I think it definitely started out that way, Adrienne, but that's not the case now, which is why law enforcement has stepped up this weekend, issuing more than 450 citations on Sunday alone.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.